Think of conflict in general as the struggle between two or more things attempting to occupy the same space. With people, this struggle is between our interpersonal conflict and our intrapersonal conflict. Interpersonal conflict, as I'm sure you're all aware, is the conflict between individuals, between self and other. Intrapersonal conflict is the struggle within ourself, within our unresolved issues, or that baggage that so many of us just love to take with us everywhere we go onto the road, as the idiots who get in our way deserve to be screamed at and flipped off. Onto the airplane after we may have had a few too many, that business meeting that went south turns into extreme annoyance towards everyone's attempt to adjust and settle into an already vulnerable situation. To the sporting event where we get into an all out brawl with fans of the opposing team. Why? Because our need to matter and belong to something greater than ourselves is threatened by the other team winning. To a school board meeting where we struggle with powerlessness over the influencing of our children's minds. To work where many of us, having put all our eggs in that basket, now find those eggs threatened due to our competency being questioned. Into our intimate relationships, where instead of bringing safety into the relationship, we demand safety from the relationship. And ultimately, into our politics and religion, where a simple disagreement is experienced as a threat to the very fabric of our identity. So, what are the options here? Well, that depends on where we focus our attention and hence our efforts. If we focus on the conflict within the relationship, we most assuredly will focus on the other party. And what that ends up looking like for most of us is constantly arguing, going through a divorce, being charged with a DUI or maybe an assault that might or might not have something to do with domestic violence, unable to see our kids for an extended period of time due to a no contact order or while duking it out in family court, diving deeper into our distractions of choice, drugs, alcohol, food, retail therapy, pornography, gambling, extramarital affairs, antisocial attitudes and behaviors, etc. Having to get a mental health, substance use disorder, or anger management evaluation, being let go from a job, or fill in the blank as it pertains to your particular struggle. Okay, so how do we mitigate these consequences? What about conflict management? Well, here's the dig. You need to consider that all of the previously mentioned consequences, at least as far as your participation in them, are the result of one thing: you having blamed your emotional experience on others. When you blame your emotional experience on others, you give them power over you. But guess what? Now you have to control how they use the power you gave them. Because until that person is who you need them to be, you will not be comfortable within your own skin. Now, if you're willing to consider that, then you can take that power back and redirect its energies into a serious examination of yourself, your truth, that which you brought to the table. And in so doing, an ascending truth will present itself to you as an opportunity. A truth so profound, so clear, and yet so difficult to utilize. The truth that until you change the way you experience yourself, you will never change how you experience others. I'm going to repeat that. Until you change the way you experience yourself, you will never change how you experience others. And that, my friends, is a truth there is no getting around.